Oh, great, we have a new horror film that is the third film in a horror film franchise. That usually means the third film is going to be great. You know what I think? I think the third film is going to be a prequel. Oh wait, it is. You know what I think? I think this third film is going to have a lot of jump scares. Oh wait, it does. You know what? Here's the thing. If you're going to do jump scares, at least make the audience not expect. Insidious Chapter 3. So Insidious Chapter 3 is the third film in the Insidious trilogy, and I'm going to be honest with you guys, I was not looking forward to this film. I mean, I like the first two Insidious movies. Obviously the first one was the scariest. The first one, it was actually not scary, but it was actually really creepy. The second one, not scary at all, but it had an interesting story, and it was actually quite fun to watch actually. You had a lot of fun watching it. So when Insidious 3 came out, I was like, okay, so it's a prequel. You know, it's a new cast. Oh, great. That usually means it's going to be great. And I gotta say, I was actually surprised. Insidious Chapter 3 actually wasn't bad. It was actually quite enjoyable. And it was cool to see Elisa's backstory, to see more depth. You know, it doesn't show her growing up and say, oh, my powers were to become a demon messenger. It doesn't go like that, but it shows like how she was before the Lambert case. And you see how much of a different, not so much of a different character, but a different state she was in before the first film. And the story between this girl trying to contact his mother, that story, I was thinking to myself when I saw the trailer, I'm gonna hate this part. I'm gonna hate this. And I actually didn't. I mean, there are flaws with that story, but let me touch on the positives first. First off, Lin Shaye, her acting performance in this movie was actually good. To me, I think she was the strongest point in this entire movie. Every time the scenes were focused onto her, you're like, okay, great, time to focus on her, because she actually did a great job in her performance. When she was scared, she genuinely looked scared. I was like, oh dang, she looks scared. I'm starting to get scared too. And the girl who was trying to contact her mother, I forgot her name. But at first, when she first came onto the screen, I was like, I'm not sure she's gonna be good in this movie. But then as the film progressed, I was like, okay, I got used to her. She was actually not that bad. There were some points where her character was like, you asked yourself, why would you do that? Why would you do that? But then you're like, okay, you brush it off. And she was good. All around the acting was good. And these two guys that are always in the Insidious movies, the comic relief guys, these guys, when they came onto the screen, I was like, yes, they were funny. Never did they feel out of place. I mean, sometimes you probably think, okay, it's probably going a little too hard on the nose, but they're still good. They're really funny. Now the problems with the movie, yeah, the story with the girl trying to contact her mother, I'm not really that interested. You're not invested that much into it because there's not really that much development on the family, so you really do not care what happened. You're like, okay, trying to contact her mother. I don't give a damn. See, one of the things that made the first Insidious work was that it focused on the characters and it actually developed them. So when they were actually in these situations, you were like, oh crap, I'm scared for you. I hope you make it out of this. And in this movie, they don't necessarily do that. You know, for this family, you're like, okay, I understand you're going through hard issues. But you never really fully care for them, you know, because they never really go in depth in their characters. And so when they're going through these tough situations and they actually might die, you're like, I don't care. And as always, jump scare galore. But there was actually something surprising. Some of the jump scares, what made you jump, actually got you scared, because there were some jump scares that you saw what made you jump. You're like, oh God. But then there were some jump scares, like a car hitting a person, or like a loud noise, you know, the usual bullshit that we get out of jump scares. Overall, Insidious Chapter 3 was actually a film that surprised me because I thought it was going to be terrible, but it wasn't. It was actually a pretty good film. Not amazing, but it was okay. I mean, there was actually a couple of scares that actually kind of got to me. The acting was very good, and to top of all that, it had a creepy atmosphere. So I'm going to give Insidious Chapter 3 a C+. Honestly, it is not a movie that you need to go see, honestly. There's other movies that you can go watch instead of this. So guys, that's my review for Insidious Chapter 3. What did you guys think of the movie? Did you guys like it, or did you guys did not like it? Please let me know in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching my video, and as always, ladies and gentlemen, have a nice day.